Hello everyone. This video is to share about my understanding of gravity and time and how the gravity works independent of time. As Sir Newton postulated, gravity is the force of attraction between two objects separated in space. Even at the quantum level, it can be summarized as the attractive force between two objects which is mediated by space. All the subatomic particles are tiny pockets of energy floating freely in space. Energy within the particles will always try to spread out and share this energy with the space to decrease its own entropy, or it tries to share it with a neighboring particle when the other particle has necessary properties to receive the energy. This energy cloud surrounding a subatomic particle always make other particles repel. Then how come these particles attract each other? Energy spreading out of the particle makes it spin on itself in a particular direction. While spinning, it also creates disturbances in this energy cloud. These disturbances occur in a rhythmic, quantized manner, like water waves, but in three-dimensional space. Along with the spin, few other properties are also acquired at the formation of a particle, and that is Cp invariance. These properties, once acquired at the formation of a particle, cannot be changed due to its initial momentum. These waves have a specific frequency and they are different for different subatomic particles. All the subatomic particles existing in the universe contain same type of energy within. However, they behave differently because of their difference in the Cp invariance, spin of that particle, frequency and wavelength of the waves surrounding that particle. The attractive and repulsive forces between two particles is based on the properties they acquire at their formation. Subatomic particles with opposite spin attract each other because the attractive force between them will be higher than the repulsive forces surrounding them. The force acting between two particles is equal to the net force between them because of their Cp invariance, spin, frequency of the wave in the energy cloud, and this can be attractive or repulsive, minus the force from the energy cloud surrounding the particles, and this is always repulsive. That's why an electron and a positron always attract each other, because the net force between them will always be higher than the repulsive forces from their energy clouds. If the net force between two particles by their properties is attractive, this will always overcome the repulsive force from their energy clouds. The waves formed in the space surrounding a particle are always attractive in nature. The repulsive forces act only till the energy cloud spreads out. Once the waves spread out of the energy cloud and into the empty space, they are always attractive. These are the gravitational attractive waves. Any force in the universe is additive in nature, whether it be attractive or a repulsive force. The repulsive forces only act up to a certain distance till the collective energy of the object spreads out. But the attractive force from the waves can travel a significantly longer distance than the energy cloud. Is there a way to demonstrate these space waves? Yes. The answer is double slit experiment. In a double slit experiment, when a single electron is fired, the waves formed in the space from the electron travel much faster than the electron, approximately at the speed of light or even more. These waves reach the double slit even before the electron reaches the slit. After crossing the double slit, these waves will create interference pattern, but the interference pattern of these waves cannot be detected by any sensors. These space waves will create a path for the electron to travel. The electron is just dragged along the waves and strike the detector, and this can be measured by the detectors. Once a considerable number of electrons are fired, they will make an interference pattern at the detector. The key concept to understand here is space is the mediator of any force in the universe. Only at high energies in the space, the attractive forces are more than the repulsive forces between the subatomic particles, and hence they combine to form the neutrons and protons. Protons attract the electrons, making atoms, because the net spin of the proton is opposite to the electron, but the frequency of the waves in the proton will not exactly match the frequency of the electron. Hence, there will always be some repulsive force between them. When the number of protons and electrons increase, the atoms get bigger. When atoms conglomerate, they form molecules and eventually objects. Formation of atoms, molecules, and objects is the living proof that in the universe the repulsive forces can only act up to a certain distance, and attractive forces extend a lot more distance than the repulsive forces. The attractive force between these two molecules can spread to a longer distance than the repulsive forces around them. That's why they attract each other, and that attractive force is gravity. Just like this, the Earth is attracted by the Sun. Gravity is the attractive force generated by the collective gravitational waves from an object, and it is a physical property. Time has nothing to do with gravity, and it is not affected by gravity. Time is just a measurable period during which an action or a process or a condition continues to exist. Time do not depend on the observer. Passage of time is same for all the observers. What about the time lag that have been calculated then? It was just happy accident. Time lag actually calculates the amount of change in gravity that can change the time in which a physical process takes to complete. If the force acting on an object increases, the time the object takes to complete the process also increases. For example, muons decay faster at rest. The same muons take significantly longer time at higher speeds to decay because of increase in the gravitational pull on the particle at high speeds. Particles age slower due to higher gravitational force acting on them as they travel at very high speeds. We age faster at the top of the mountain because of weaker gravitational pull, not because of the time-space continuum. Because the physiological processes will be faster at low gravity. Our heads age faster because of slightly weaker gravitational pull, not because of time lag. You don't age slower as you go near a black hole. You will get sucked in and broken into your innermost constituents, that is the subatomic particles. This can happen for sure, not like the one shown in Interstellar. I like the movie though. Black hole is nothing but a giant conglomerate of subatomic particles where the energy exists in its purest form, and the subatomic particles will be created and destroyed instantaneously, just like inside a proton. Small objects only takes a curved path and starts spinning around a heavy object, the Earth would have been covered entirely by asteroids and space debris. That's not the case. Most of them are deflected by the Earth's gravity and continue on their journey. The paths of the planets in our solar system is because of the way they are formed, the gravitational pull the planets have on each other, and irregularities in Sun's gravity. Difference in paths of our planets may not be because of three-dimensional curvature of space. One thing for sure is correct. Gravity is mediated by the space, and it is an attractive force. Magnetism arises because of the precession of the charged particles, mainly the electrons. Even Earth's magnetism arises because of the precession of the particles in Earth's core. Electrons, while precessing, will create an energy difference between the top and the bottom. Because of this energy difference, the waves surrounding the electron will travel from the top to the bottom, that is, from the conventional North Pole to the South Pole. Thus, how magnetic force arises. This can be applied even to the magnetic force around a current carrying wire. Once you learn how to think for yourself, don't give an apple about anyone's feelings or don't wait for anyone's support or approval. Only thing that matters is what you want to achieve. I would suggest you take a career in science or technology or invention. Science is not synonymous with medical or engineering degree though. Do whatever necessary to reach your goal and work to the world's end for it. Naysayers are everywhere. I mean everywhere. Never shy away from your failures. Publish them. Even your failures can help others.